me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another one. So this time, this man was given a 400-year sentence for a robbery he never committed back in 1988. And 34 years later, he's finally exonerated. These are all deliberate acts. They're doing this on purpose, enslaving you for 34 years and then letting you go. So, and 400 years for a robbery, this is once again excessive sentencing. Well, it's excessive anyway because he shouldn't have never been in there. A man sentenced to 400 years in prison in 1988 for an armed robbery in Broward is expected to be set free actually today, Monday, March 13th, 2023. Sydney Holmes, now 57 years old, is expected to be released Monday following a request from Broward State Attorney's Office Conviction Review Unit. Holmes contacted the unit in November 2020, claiming he was innocent. In June 19th, 1988, armed robbery of two people outside of a convenience store on Northwest 6th Street in unincorporated Broward. Holmes of Lauderhill has been arrested since he was arrested and jailed since October 1988. He was given a hefty sentence after he was convicted by a jury in 1989. Prosecutors said Holmes had been accused of being a driver who two unidentified men who robbed a man and woman at gunpoint and stole the man's car. The conviction unit worked with the Innocent Project of Florida, investigated, and found Holmes had a plausible claim of innocence because of how he became a suspect and because of the precarious eyewitness identification that was the principal evidence against him at trial. So they really had no evidence on him except for an eyewitness. That's it. But they had no physical evidence that he committed that crime. Unbelievable. Investigators found the eyewitness identification of Holmes was likely a misidentification, partly due to the photo and the live lineup practices commonly used by law enforcement at the time, which said that was scientifically unreliable and contrary to modern day best practices. Y'all still jail innocent people. What best practices? So, anyway, they also found that there was no evidence tying Holmes to the robbery other than the flawed identification of him as a suspect. You ruined this man's life for nothing. Y'all seem to like to do that to black men. You got a pattern of doing it. A civilian investigation launched by the brother of one of the victims had caused Holmes to become the only suspect. But it was based on some similarities between his extremely common Oldsmobile and the car used by the robbers, prosecutors said. The investigation overlooked differences between the two cars and was likely a misidentification of the vehicle. Wow. In addition, the Broward Sheriff's Office deputy who did the original investigation expressed shock that Holmes was sentenced to and had served so much time in prison, prosecutors said. Prosecutors added that they don't believe there was any intentional misconduct by witnesses or law enforcement, as the identification practices and technology have vastly improved since 1988. The deputies followed the accepted standard at the time. Yeah, blame a black man. Is that your standard? Is that what your standard is? No, y'all are all guilty. The eyewitness is guilty, and so is law enforcement. Okay, we have one rule here at the Broward State Attorney's Office: do the right thing always. As prosecutors, our only agenda is to promote public safety in our community and to ensure that justice is served. Broward County State Attorney Howard Pryor. This is what they said in a statement. Okay, so the Florida Department of Correction records had listed homes released as of April of 2232. That's how long he would have had to sit in jail. 2232. He wouldn't even be alive. Okay, who would be alive then? None of us would be alive at that point. That's stupid sentencing somebody like that. That's so dumb. Holmes was moved from the Everglades Correctional Institute to the Broward County main jail earlier this month. So the charges on him have since been dismissed as of 2 p.m. today. This is a travesty of justice, and another man's whose life was, they just took his life away, just throwing him behind bars, and that's nothing but slavery. So they enslaved him for 34 years and got away with it. The article don't even talk about compensation, and he is entitled to that. But y'all, please tell me what you think, and this is another reason for reparations. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.